to more Gran Turismo Sports Specialtatin. Today we're featuring Dragon Trail Seaside. It's hard to do that quieter, but well, it's probably the most famous of the created tracks for GT Sport. Real tracks, usually, yeah, they're better, but this one, I think the general consensus is the best of the created tracks for this game, so the racing should be fun, as it always has here, since even the closed beta, and it's helped by the fact that I'm starting in second with my alternate account, so that means I usually don't race these people, and I'm in my Viper, so maybe, just maybe, I can get a win in a Mopar challenge going. I'm in second, and I mean, it's not that big of a feat to be able to win from second, but I also am in second, so it probably won't be a runaway either, so we'll just have to see, folks. We'll just have to see. I mean, in theory, a Beetle shouldn't really be much of a match for a Viper, but in this game, anything goes, really. Bounce power is a weird thing sometimes. Very weird. Also, it's kind of sad, too. They've been gradually nerfing the Dodges. Granted, Dodge won the Global Manufacturers Championship for the second round of the FIA Championships, but I wouldn't exactly say Dodge is the fastest car in any of the tracks in this game. Granted, in real life, it's the fastest in every track in the world, right? Yeah, if you're on this channel, I don't think you'd disagree with that. But this game, I don't even think they're the fastest on any one track, but yet they're still gradually getting nerfed. Just because Dodge is really popular and a lot of people picks it doesn't necessarily mean that it deserves to be nerfed. And seriously, that's what happens, is a lot of the faster drivers picked Dodge last time around. Dodge wasn't the outright fastest there was, just a lot of people picked it. And now it's getting nerfed. I think this is before the nerf, but I don't know. The new update could change around things. It's kind of hard to tell for sure. And speaking of the new update as well, most likely this will be uploaded after the update is, so I don't know the exact bounce power changes. But I will say this too, if there happens to be weekly races at Red Bull Ring, I will at least attempt to do them, unless it's like a F1 car or something around there. More likely than not, I will do the races there just to get some nice content. And I don't know, we'll see about what account I do it on, but I have a hunch it's gonna be this one just because I'm okay at Red Bull Ring. I ain't great, and that pretty much automatically disqualifies my main account for all the stupidity that still is happening in sport mode. In some aspects, it's better than it used to be, but in some aspects, not so much. What is good here is actually the battle for third, which also involves a Viper. I cut back there sort of, kind of involuntarily. I meant to actually cut the second, but there was a pass there, so it switched or whatever. But honestly, I think right now this is the better battle, and it involves a Viper, so it's still a cool battle to watch. Anything with a Viper on camera automatically makes it cooler. It's just a factoid of information right yonder. Yeah, that was really cool. Cool. Let's go. Yeah, that's the better battle. Yeah. That's really cool right yonder. Yeah, there was absolutely no reason to cut away from that other battle whatsoever. That Viper was holding its own perfectly fine, but let's just sold this one for the rest of the race, because that Viper's just downright dominating the other battle that's in for eighth. But yeah, this battle is won now. Yes, I think. Yeah, it's only 2 seconds back. Yeah. I don't know, maybe a second and a half. It's hard to tell exactly. For whatever reason, the replay functions don't really have how far back you are from the leaders, even though they're able to do that live. You'd think they'd have a way to show that in a replay, given that all the information's already finalized. But yet they can do it live. That doesn't really make sense with whatever Fairly minor issue, but what's a fairly major issue for me is being able to catch first again in the Beetle. I think a Viper can catch Beetle, but I've kind of already said that and it hasn't happened yet, so. I mean, brand versus brand, this would be a bit faster too. Red Bull's a drink. Mopar actually works on cars. Mopar kind of makes more sense for something like this. I don't understand why so many people seem to like the Red Bull for this type of racing. Extreme sports kind of sort of, because it's supposed to be an extreme energy drink that makes you go crazy and all that, but just for normal racing, on a closed circuit that's a common type of racing that's not really quote unquote extreme, I don't really understand the Red Bull hype all that much. Maybe there's just something I'm not getting because some people may consider me very slightly biased, possibly, but I don't know. But this looks cool. What's even cooler is there's no one even behind me too, so I can focus completely on the leader. And it's getting relatively close to the end of the race. I'm definitely gonna want to focus on the leader. Granted, I have been the whole time, but honestly, I've sort of kind of dropped a little bit in the last lap or so. Not really on purpose, just that Beetle has too much balanced power. It's just made to be too fast. I'm gonna attempt to cope with that though, and I think I actually am. I think I'm gaining whatever I've lost so far. I think now I'm kind of even to where sort of how I started the race, where it's kind of a staggered start anyway. I think I've not really lost any net ground at least since the start. And actually at this rate I've been gaining lately, so in theory that means I can gain whatever ground I started back from, maybe. Too early to tell yet, but it's getting to the point of it's about going to be too late, relatively soon. Let's see what happens to this kind of chaos though, folks. That could be a big game changer. No. Well, I've actually took it quite well, really, all things considered. That's rare. Generally, even the best of the best will at least mess up a little bit on this kind of chaos throughout the race, and, this is a high B class, not low A class race, so y'all can make your own assumptions there on best of the best or not. But there's really no assumption to be made here. I've caught the leader pretty much. Really, I could do a dive bomb here, but there's really no point. There's no one even close behind me right now. So I'll wait a little while and see if the leader makes a mistake, and if the leader makes a mistake, then maybe I can pass. There we go. Well, that was easy. Luckily I was patient there, because the leader made a mistake without me even having to dive bomb or anything. So I think at this point I actually have the clean race bonus still going, and I really see no reason why that we're in. Unless the leader has a crazy charge to the front. Oh no, I think we are pretty equally matched. I can't remember exactly our qualifying times. Obviously the Beetle ran a faster overall time for qualifying because it started first, but I'd assume it wasn't a big gap between us two, because we'd been pretty even so far, just that one mistake cost second, but there's still one more turn that I'm pretty confident likely to make a mistake on left in the race, and at this point y'all have definitely known it for a very long time, so wish me luck, folks. I think I've even said that through this turn. I've said all the things to make me be able to do the turn, now I just have to do it, and hallelujah, I did it. I used up pretty much all the track there. I scared myself a little bit, but I did it. No, so did the Beetle. It's not really quite close enough for a dive bomb, but I can't really take it easy either. More than likely I got the win, but as long as I get a good drive out, I think I do. Well, there we have it, folks. Winning Mopar Challenge. Nothing really special challenge here. Just second to first, and I did it, and yeah, won in a Viper Group 3 car, Dragon Trail Seaside. So that's pretty cool right yonder. I like this track. I like this car. This car could be made to be faster. I could be faster at this track, but limitations on both ends kind of make it to where it's not so. But nonetheless, I got the win in this car and track combination. So I think, really, all in all, that's worth a yee-haw.